Friend, where are you? You over there? Come on, brother. Elvis has said that he wants time this morning, and since he is the first associate pastor.
You know, I was sitting the other day doing exercise down here at Norton in that facility, beautiful facility they've got there. And I took my first bite of a fish sandwich at the Captain D's restaurant. And I get this phone call, first bite in my mouth. Mary Beth asked me if I'd do her a favor. I said, well, let's hear it. I thought she was getting ready to ask me to do the sermon for the rest of his vacation time that he might be doing. So I wanted to be sure that wasn't it. So she said that she wanted me to say some words about the pastor today. And I said, well, that sounds great, because I had planned to reveal some very important information to you anyway, because you have followed me for the past 4 years in my hopes of not going blind. So I want to first say that, to get that out of the way, I want to give you, what is it they call it? My news first, and then save the best for last. Mine is short and sweet. The long and short story of my visit with my doctor a couple of weeks ago gave me the best news that I could ever hope for. My optic nerve is now stable, and I can read 20/20 in my good eye with glasses. So yes, fellow believers, there is indeed a God who is watching over us. And so then I began to think about the Pastor Appreciation Day, because I say, I remember telling you this one time, I was the very first radio disc jockey at WDIC in Clintwood, world's darkest isolated corner. You remember that? So I thought, well, I'll give you the good news, and then the best news follows, and that's about this guy down here who you heard laughing just now. That's always been one of my objectives, is to make sure I can make somebody laugh once a day. And he's a sucker for it all the time. So October is a special time in my life. I was born in October. I got married in October 37 years ago on my birthday. That way I never forget, Good news, and then the best news. So anyway, October is also a seasonal change that enables us to see the beauty of the autumn leaves, and before you know it, spring arrives and new life is sprouting around us everywhere. October is also a time when we can revisit some of the changes that have occurred in our church family during the past year. A time when a new preacher came to town. He brought back family visitation, new opportunities to study the Bible in many different atmospheres, and most importantly, a preacher who has been here for us to help us understand more about who we are and how we can more understand how we can fit into the Lord's plan for us. And we now have a pastor who's down to earth and listens to us as we listen to him. So just remember that immediately after church, we will be breaking bread in the fellowship hall as well as in here today to celebrate his arrival a little over a year ago, and his thought-provoking lessons of life that he's been bringing to us for the past year. So we'll see you in there for the rest of the story. Okay? Thank you.
Fred, about the time I think I have you figured out, you go and change on me. My goodness. I said in Sunday school just before we left, well, I repeated the words of Jesus. It says, he says, they will know you by your love. I think we have a hard time seeing ourselves. Thank you for being able to see something in me. Thank you for seeing something in me that I desperately try to reveal. And I'm humbled and I'm thankful. And I'm trying to learn how to receive. So you're watching me struggle.